MarketJoy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Trisha Ben, the CEO of C-Suite Network, and I'm thrilled to be co-hosting a day at Sales 3.0. And that is the event that we're going to be at, everybody, of course, September 24th and 25th. It's a virtual event put together by none other than the incredible Gerhard Schwartner. He is, of course, the CEO of Selling Power. And Gerhard, I am so thrilled always to get to be with you. I think we need to do this all year round because it's just so incredible the conversations we end up with.
Well, thank you, Tricia, for joining us today. I know you are out of the country. You're in Toronto and attending your dad, and I feel honored that you joined us and carved out a little bit of time to talk about the AI Sales Summit. And with us is Curtis Bendt. He's the CEO of MarketJoy. And that is a very interesting company that helps sales organizations get the data that they need in order to reach out to the right customers at the right time, have the right phone numbers and email addresses. And they are an international company helping even Selling Power. I have to say, we are a client of MarketJoy, and we love working with them because I can ask for the impossible and get it within 24 hours. Thank you, Curtis, for joining us.
Yeah, no, thank you, Gerhard. Thank you, Tricia. Definitely a pleasure. Yeah, like you had said, that's exactly where MarketJoy comes in is, not only the data, but engaging those individuals on behalf of our partners. So really, becoming that inside sales team from beginning to end.
So Curtis, you've been helping companies optimize performance and
MarketJoy.
unlock their growth and innovation through data-driven strategies. Can you set the stage for the conversation we're going to be having and how AI is, how you're involving the AI piece of that formula and creating that kind of success where Gerhardt, of all people, is celebrating the success he's seen?
Yeah, we have a team of, outbound strategists that, live and breathe lead gen anyway. So really what AI has done is, it's made them industry experts at a much faster pace. So they can apply those proven outbound, but then cut the learning curve down of an industry they might not have even worked in. So, bringing themselves up to be speed, the jargon, industry insights, trends that can be applied has made our playbooks much more impactful. And then, by targeting individuals that, we know are already looking, we utilize AI for our buyer intent platform. And that also helps our clients, shorten that sales cycle because it makes an outbound lead a little bit more inbound. Outbound, we're reaching out, we're presenting with something, hoping it's the right time. Here, with you mix that with buyer intent, you get someone that is in market, and also, you can reach out and present that to them. So those are some key areas I've seen, just immediately in the application of AI in regards to outbound. You also have the analyzation of the reporting itself, all the analytics of every touch point tied to an ICP, a persona, playbook, messaging. So again, it helps our team, move quicker down the runway and get our clients, what they're looking for sooner. And that's, sales leads on their calendar.
I think you raise a very important point, which I put under the umbrella of customization. And customers today or prospects, they expect that you have a greater intimate knowledge about their business than your competitor. Otherwise, you're not going to have a long conversation. And the question I have for you is, how do you get this information like buyer intent and information about their industry, about the trends? What are the pain points that those customers experiencing?
Where do we get them from? Or,
Yeah, how is that served to the salesperson that's making the call?
Well, on our internal sales side, it gives them the ability to go into those sales calls with much better informed. So moving the outbound lead gen to the side and just talking about our internal sales team, it does allow them to get a better understanding of where that industry is, where that company is in their industry, what kind of marketing they're currently doing, what their competitors are, even down to the individual persona of who they're speaking to. So that way, when they go into those sales calls, they know a lot of what, traditional salesperson would have found out in those first steps of the call. They go in knowing that. So it creates more of a familiarity. We're able to present the MarketJoy offering as it would best fit that prospect. And that as well, definitely, engages that conversation from a much quicker point in the sales journey.
And how is that served? Is that showing up on the screen, or do they need to hunt for it? How does that work mechanically?
Well, for what we do with our clients is kind of still a lot of moving parts, because we have the individual playbook, we have the data team they're working with, we have the buyer intent platform, and all of these are really combined by our partner growth strategist, and their whole goal is to take all of these points and unify them into a cohesive playbook that engages folks, creates that interest so we can get them moved over, to our client's calendar. So it's not just push a button and it happens. And I think that's kind of what, some of that myth of AI is like is, hey, I got this platform. It does all these cool things. I have tons of leads coming in now, but you realize those platforms still need to be, built with prompts and catered and built out. And if you still don't have the right people behind those tools, they're not going to see the success that they're anticipating when they get that platform.
What are you
So
excited? Oh, I'm sorry, Gerhard.
go ahead.
I was dying to ask, you were mentioning those challenges, and it can be easy to fall into just the assumption, okay, we got the right tool, so the people that we hire will be able to do the right thing. That's one challenge. But what are you excited about with AI and the work that you're doing now and what that's going to mean? Now we know time is being shortened for sure. So what is it going to look
Mhm.
like in a few months, in a year, couple of years? What are you excited about that's coming up in terms of that AI enabled?
Yeah, there's so many things going on with AI right now. It's funny, but in particular, with the AI summit, one thing I'm looking for is just how people are utilizing that tool. If it was a construction convention, I don't really want to see the hammer. I want to see what somebody's building with it. And I think that's also something that, leaders will need to watch and educate their team on is how to utilize it as a tool, but not hide behind it. Just because we have a prompt that builds out these playbooks doesn't mean that that is still a plug and play solution. So, you need a team that isn't just hiding behind AI and having AI do everything for them, but utilizing it as a tool just to maximize their potential, really, and their skill set.
So what you're saying is that the new skill set for any organization is to orchestrate all those workflows into one playbook that has been proven successful in all those tests that you're doing.
Correct. Absolutely.
You also
And AI has helped us broaden our spectrum because we generally work within industries that we know we have success in. That's how we can provide guarantees and all that stuff. But by becoming educated quicker on other industries, it's able to expand our boundaries of who we're reaching out to for our services as well. And I'm sorry, Trisha, I think you were going to say something.
Oh, well, just you mentioned earlier the high likelihood to purchase. And I'm wondering how that's tightened now and what you're seeing real success in getting people right when they're actually looking for a product or service.
Yeah, I mean, it is still a little bit of a crapshoot because, most of the buyer intent tools are, checking, social media posts, Reddit, Quorum, etc. And so, or even publisher content. So just like with an MQL lead, just because someone accesses content doesn't necessarily mean they're in market. But there's a lot of folks that purchase those MQL leads with that hope that they've hit them at the right time because they were interested in that piece of content. And that thing really applies on the AI front. It's just we can identify if folks are identifying one piece of content, multiple pieces, if they've triggered different keywords or different settings. And then when we funnel those down, not only can you personalize the message a little bit better, but also you increase your likelihood of them being in market at that time.
Give us one quick customer success story.
One quick customer success story. I would say, off the top of my head, when we were working with Pete's Coffee, we worked with them and they were having a pretty bad no-show rate. And so by analyzing the leads we had sent them, which ones didn't show, which ones did show, the results of the campaign, the steps that we were taking in that process. And that's really more the capacity of the strategy team, really able to build a playbook that not only got them the interest in the leads, but then increased that show rate up to, 75, 80%. So, I mean, that's, amazing. I always love seeing when the team applies all these pieces and really makes an impactful change there.
Incredible. Yeah. Thank you so much for that question, Gerhard. I love these conversations because the power of what we can be doing and seeing that success and building on it. It's everything that selling power is all about. So thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Gerhard. Make sure everybody listening here now and replays, please get registered. Join us. It's no cost, and we want to see you September 24th and 25th. Make sure you get registered. We'll see you then.
And there is a link that we drop below so you can register free and watch Curtis shine.
Thank you, Gerhard. Thank you, Trisha.
Thank you.
MarketJoy.